this mission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 69 yards. 1st and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now receiver in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Adonai Mitchell, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Mike 49!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he's free at the 35. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 57 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They go again with Oliver. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Like 13,
Here's a second and 8.
49's down, 22 Rita.
Levis sets up to throw here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Chigakakwo, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Street. Check. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Play action. Now Richardson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. You talk about this Titan defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Richardson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike zero. Diamond.
They run it here with Oliver to the 27-yard line. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one, so now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they'll get this down to the 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run. It's Oliver. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Like 54, like 54.
And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 6 yards away. And the Titans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Shut up.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Second and 9. Richardson off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They need 18 yards here on third down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Here's Ty Zentner now. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 15. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Diamond! Detroit! Panda!
Back to throw, it's Levis. That's complete to Mooney. Stays on his feet, and he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. The Titans at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their finer performances because they were outclassed pretty much right from the start. So I think there'll be a renewed emphasis on trying to be a little better out of the gate in this one so they don't fall into a big hole.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mo. 40 Rita. Tonight.
On the run, it's Oliver. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Like 0.
2nd and 5.
Zero's down, 90 down, 49 Rita. Tonight.
Levis looking to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
22 Rita. Tonight.
Off the play fake, Levis. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. And 24 Linda. On. Tonight.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Like 49. 54 Rita. Tonight.
Levis back to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Odd. 22 Linda. Tonight.
They'll throw it again with Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Here we go.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Wheels. 49's down. 22 Rita. 54 Rita. Tonight.
Levis to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
49, Mike 49.
Here's Levis. He finds his man, complete. It's Oliver. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Minute 2.
Here's a carry for Oliver. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey,
They'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try.
Like
They're going to go for it.
Diamond.
Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54.
And Levis going to change the play. They'll run on first down. It's Oliver, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Second down and 8.
40 Rita. Hey, come on. Here.
He'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 0. Oh, no, 0. Hey, 24 Linda. Select green 18 green. Detroit. Panda.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Bates' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. And this one too low.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10.
Come on, set.
hands it off out of the gun. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Go, Rick, go!
They go play action with Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Or 54, Mike.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions.
Mike 13,
Things
Mike
are definitely
13.
going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ready, set.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 79 Broncos. Go.
Here's Richardson to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off play action, Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Richardson to throw off play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Richardson looking to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Army!
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got the lead seeding. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Hey, 24, Linda, select green 18, green. Hey, let's go, reload, let's go.
Levis sets up to throw here. Cockrell holds it in left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now 2nd and 9.
Mike 5-4! Mike 5-4! Hand up!
Now Levis. He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Oliver. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Tracy.
Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Linda, 22 Linda.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Like 54, like 54.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he's probably throwing here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go.
Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily You pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Richardson going to change the play here. Now Richardson off the play fake. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Come on, set.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In motion left is Mitchell. Play action. Now Richardson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Let's go. Hot.
Richardson off the play fake. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Okay,
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Ready.
Now Richardson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. Gay's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He gets this one to Burks. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
20 Rita.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
29's down, 22 Rita.
Levis back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break, from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
There we go.
Levis now off of play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Like 49. Like 49.
Levis looking to throw. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Richardson. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
2 yards to go, second down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Shut up!
Again, it's Richardson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
On the set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hut, hut.
Now it's Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Third down and 13.
On, right 46. Diamond. Destroy.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Like 54.
They'll run on first down. It's Oliver, and he's going to be swallowed up as he got forward for maybe a yard, and it's second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Oliver. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Diamond. Hey, come on. Here.
Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive them. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all.